Good day to everybody. How are you doing? Child, I'm up this morning and I was thinking about a story that actually came out about a young lady that got killed from meeting a guy from Tinder. And he was 27 and she was in her early 20s as well, young brother. And he had even confessed to being a part of other murders in the past. So that's that whole thing. But I wanted to jump in here really quick today, and I'm just glad to see everybody. It's a beautiful opportunity to get some real game because people don't like the word game. They think it's about manipulating people, but game is very important. It's like your intuition, and I call it your third eye of game for a reason because they're all connected. But a lot of people don't have that, and it's asleep, and we've been programmed to not think, and we've programmed to believe ideologies that'll just tell us, oh, we'll just pray and it'll be okay. And we haven't been empowered to really use critical thinking, logical deduction as a people whatsoever. Um, and I saw that the need for human behavior analysis and online profiling was very much needed when it came to me connecting people as a matchmaker. I've been doing this since 2011, but I've been working as an online profiler in my own way and of sorts. This is a very interesting butterfly since 2008. So learning how to spot and pinpoint specific types of people and temperaments and avoiding crazy people. And you have to have a sixth sense for this in life in general. And again, most people don't really know how to avoid misfortune because most people are asleep. And so when we talk about being awake and being woke, your third eye, it's increasing your level of self-awareness. And again, we live in a generation, and God bless those 20s. We know what those 20s look like. They either way woke or they totally the Molly Percocet generation. No, dumb down, just don't even have a shot. Really, you can tell that the internet raised them, that the world star generation. So that's what we're talking about. But what I hate is that y'all grown old ass people that wasn't doing good in your love life is now using this as an excuse to go back into your hole. And I'm hearing people's commentary and I'm like, oh Lord, please don't talk bad about Tinder. Tinder, honey, Tinder has changed my whole life. Online dating has changed my whole life. Technology's changed my whole life. And I'm so grateful for Tinder specifically because I met some very key players in my life that shifted my whole paradigm on Tinder. Because Tinder is a social network. Even I use it to help my clients navigate and find great people. But again, it's a platform like social media, just like Facebook. People meet their husbands and wives on Facebook, meet their husbands and wives all the time on Instagram and the DMs. It's technology. But I hate when these old ass people that was already nervous as fuck already had these preconceived notions. Well, that's why I don't mess with no online girl. And chances are you were bad at picking men offline too, sweetie, okay? Like seriously, like that's what bothers me because I know the truth. It's like I'm seeing how people meeting their husbands, hello, and amazing men and women all day, every day on these same platforms that people get killed on. And all it takes is one story to flip the narrative of an already scared, traumatized group of people who are already, again, honey, you so scared in your mind, you can't even tell that you being programmed and being fed your beliefs about what you're doing. At one point, nobody wanted a cell phone. Like, I don't need no cell phone. And now everybody got one. Same thing with seeing online connections. So with these preconceived notions, it's like you were already bad offline. And this is why I feel like having that divine filter, that 3-point screening process I gave you guys on my Facebook page. If you're not following me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I do these videos all the time. I did a video on my YouTube a couple days ago about how to find the protectors and providers. How do you find them and weed through all the bullshit? Because when it comes to online specifically, when I talk about my 3-point filtering system, know before you even go on that date, there's a filtering process that you need to already go on before you even give him your number. And fuck the date. So it's like before he even gets the number, before you even get on that phone and exchange energy, he's going to have to meet certain criteria already. And there's a real way to do this, and people have no idea because they don't have a system. They just out here thinking that, oh, blah, blah, blah. And these are the same women that weren't taught shit, taking pills and medication, not thinking about what they eat, not thinking about what they've incarnated for. They just working jobs. So you got a generation of real brain dead and basic people that got degrees, but still don't have no divine filter. So yeah, you out there, you getting all types of people getting over on you. You having the worst experiences on or offline because your divine intuition hasn't really been strengthened, and it's dead for most people. And that's a harsh reality. The way I know most people's is dead is look at the state of the black community where we are. We've got women. I've been working with you guys forever, doing this online dating profile and being a matchmaker for a long time now. I know you guys are in a delusional state to not even know how you look, what men even like. You don't have feminine grace. You weren't taught any. So game, mouthpiece, how to have a divine filter to only attract and magnetize the men that are here to help you fulfill your purpose. This is new shit to us. So honey, it's like, I hate when something wonderful gets in the hands of people or life happens, right? I mean, hell, people meet men that murder them, outside of Tinder. Y'all don't remember that. But yet you want to put your energy into saying, oh, that's why I don't date nobody online, when it's like you can increase your odds of meeting your husband, making millions of dollars, and do all that shit online. But okay, girl. This is why I feel and I know the 1% stay the 1%, like the elite, because I feel like even the brilliant, we be wanting to kind of share the wealth, but y'all don't believe it. You don't really, the wealth of knowledge, y'all don't really believe it though. I'm telling you as clear as day, this is how people, including myself, have been making their money, freedom, living in abundance, all online through Tinder, POF, Craigslist, all of that. Craigslist founder, his mission, and he said his goal was to create more millionaires using a free public forum. And he's done that. Craigslist, I've met wonderful people from Craigslist. People have made millions of dollars from Craigslist, eBay, millions of dollars online, using the internet as a tool. But yet and still, people choose to see their reality the way they want to see their reality. And that's why I think the elite and the ones that are in the upper class and in that, the quiet group that know the information, I kind of get why it's lonely in that space, because when you tell people, they still don't believe you. And y'all want to live in your fear. So we're like, okay, girl, we gonna have fun with this over here. So everybody that knows that it's real to meet the love of your life, to make money, for your wildest dreams to come true on Tinder, on these spaces. But if you magnetize and harmonize and you reading a book full of bullshit, and that's what you tuned into, if what you watching on your TV in your mind, your perceptions, that's gonna create your reality. So that's what it really is at the end of the day. And I'm like, Lord, Atlanta is amazing, but let y'all tell it, it's full of gay guys. And I'm like, okay, girl. African men, I ain't never. Okay, girl. I remember going to this Jamaican club one time, and it was this real cute little girl. She was a little thick, little red bone, so She had a little curly hair. She was so cute. Black girl. Honey, we was in this Jamaican spot, and she was in there with her African man. And I was in there with Ann. And she said, girl, I was like, girl, you in here with the cream of the crop. And we laughed and exchanged a laugh. And she was like, I said, honey, these black women are missing out. I said, they be sleep. She said, girl, dead sleep. On African men. I said, I know they are. They dead. And then the ones that do tiptoe in the African waters, they got the ones that you don't want to fuck with. And as a rule, no one, listen, we talking about avoid psychos and shit. This is when it's safe to just tell you who is likely to be psychologically unbalanced in the black community. They're usually holding that Bible talking about white Jesus. You listen to all these pastors and ministers committing these crimes, raping these women. Look into the profile of who these people are. They usually come up with the same thing. This is usually in their makeup, their ideology. They're usually off. So yeah, people, you know, they don't know to just say, listen, we're going to just avoid all the crazy motherfuckers in the black society. If he say Pentecostal, Kojic, Baptist, I love God, God-fearing. Because again, let's say that guy or any of these men, any age guys, have God-fearing in their profile. You need to kind of automatically assume that Negro's a little bit off balance. And I said that because at this point, when you still worshiping an ideology and you not woke enough to know you've been not exposed to information, you lack critical thought. And so for a black man that's into an ideology and he's not in tune with who he is as an African, which is his true power, you gonna likely have a moist minister simp. And you need to only fuck with men and women that have an African-centered point of view, way of life, mindset. That's why this is important right now. This will save your fucking life. This will save your life, save your time. You will avoid so many psychos if you just focus on these subtle behavior cues. People tell you who they are all the time. Before you even give them your phone number, you need to qualify. I'll know exactly where you are in your mind immediately. And so for a group of people that haven't been taught this, yeah, arranged marriages, we need to go back to those concepts of our ancestors. Because arranged marriages and family, actually the original purpose of family was for protection. So the marriage, and that was the original form of wealth building. The marriage is the first business, and the marriages, the importance of the marriage is significant because it affects the whole family economically. So when we talk about ancestral arranged match, and I'm putting together these people, we've already been through a screening process. It's stages to this. It's guided courtship. You don't leave things up to chance. You have a full psychological evaluation, background check, and a criminal background check. Like seriously. So what we do is very unique, and I saw most people don't know how to do this shit with just the basic information in front of them. And so most of y'all will be like, well, that's okay. I don't need nobody right now. Again, I'm not talking to you that have already figured out, well, this is why I don't date. I'm not talking to you. I'm never talking to you, by the way. Because really, you've given up on life. A woman that says, I'm done with dating, or a man that says, I'm cool, you need to look at that person like they're psychologically unbalanced too. Because you're operating an imbalance. If you think that all you need is yourself, that speaks to where you are emotionally. That says that you're a person that's really in that state of delusion again. To think that any man is an island, that you can build generational wealth by yourself. That's crazy. A man saying, I don't need no woman. I don't really hear men say that, but I definitely hear sisters to holler about they don't need no man. And let me tell you something. If you have that mindset, you're a little sick in the head too. So if you think you've gotten this far and the only thing you think is cool about life is getting a degree and that's all you need, and honey, you done already missed it. You've already missed it, and you have been duped. So the person and the reason you're here is connected. That's your biggest divine filter, ladies, gentlemen. Whatever the hell you are fucking creating in a space of passion, and you like, I'm gonna do this. I was talking to a sister the other day in my natal chart reading and holistic counseling sessions, and I love making, helping you guys connect these dots, because I'm telling you, for women and men, when you get your filter purpose and you get that divine intuition, but that third eye game, and it's really based on what you're here to do, you see everybody through that lens. If I know I'm a herbalist, a healer, I'm into African-centered studies, jazz, travel. Those are my buzzwords for my life, and these are the things that I enjoy: food, wine. If that's on my buzz list, and these are the things that I'm monetizing, and this is what my business is about, well, the person that I'm going to attract and the people in my life that I'm going to attract is going to be based off that. That's what I'm going to use as my criteria of who's needing to stay in my life, get my number. You automatically see what I do. You see my Facebook page. Oh, hey, how you doing? Boom, boom. Oh, what you up to? It could be at a happy hour. I don't care. I'm going to know that element, personality type, if he on code or not, and if he's going to be a helper. And then a lot of you that's into real spiritual work with your ancestors, you'll be able to throw your cowrie shells. You'll be able to do divinations, and you'll be very, very clear about who, what, when, why. But your main filter is your purpose. Why you're here. What's our objective? What are we doing? Why are we going to have coffee? You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you spending your time doing that? You don't take yourself seriously. My policy when I was single was, first of all, I was broke as shit. So I was like, in order for me to get in my goddamn car, this has to really matter. But I was also protective of my time, too. And my money, because they're connected, too. I'm like, so I knew, based on our I am exchange, how he stepped to me, what his birthday was. That's a boom. That's another one. Based on some chit chat we talk about. Are you a Christian? Do you go to church? Passing my little test that I lay out. And if he passes and does well, you get the phone number. And then we do a phone call. If that energy, that's your chance to gauge energy and all that type of stuff. If the things we talk about and the way you converse on the phone, if our chemistry on the phone and talking is not an 8 to 9 out of 10, and really a 9 out of 10 and above, I'm not coming to meet you. Because it never gets better in person. You can't say, well, I'm not good on the phone. Well, you don't need to. That's a sign of poor social intelligence. And that's what a lot of serial killers do. People that, and some are sociopaths that are really good at talking on the phone and chit-chatting. But it's a lot of people that have low emotional intelligence, young people. They just, okay, meet up here, da-da-da-da. They're not as thoughtful, and neither are adults. So yeah, of course it's likely for things like that to happen, because these are just the people we have in society. People don't really have a divine intuition or a filter and how they give their time and what they're doing. And I told that one sister, I'm like, okay, she was a Leo. I was like, okay, the stuff you like to do, she likes to sew and cook. I'm like, girl, you get your Facebook page, your business presence, and having that brand, going hard for the stuff you love. It's like having a baby. And you using that baby. Every man that come up to you, if he ignore your baby, act like he ain't trying to get into your baby, nourish your baby, doing things to help complement you in that baby's life, to see it grow. The baby is your business and brand. Follow me here. That man can't fuck with you in your life. He don't mean you and your baby no good. That's why you use your brand, your work, the things you love, your vision for your life. That's your baby. That's what you lead with. I hope y'all got that. Oh my God, that's so good. And that's your filter. Because it's like right now, you have a dog, cat, a baby. If somebody came in your life and act like they ain't see what you was doing, and they ain't see your baby and compliment your baby, you know how offensive that is. That's exactly how I am. Even now, the way you step to me, the way you talk to me, if you're trying to be a friend in my life, y'all need to have this same mindset. You come up to me, you know I do this, you know I sell pies, you know I'm doing shea butters. Peep game, ladies. This is how you attract sponsors and benefactors, not sugar daddies. I had to learn that. You get your baby, your passion. So you ain't thinking about no man paying your bills. You thinking about the man that you gonna build with. hope somebody got that. Ooh, that's how I got out that sugar daddy game. Because I had 4 of them. They was all older black men. I was a flight attendant, hated my job. I was like, let me just replace this income and have 4 boyfriends. That's another video. But instead of getting in that mindset of, okay, who gonna help me pay my bills? And we into this baller generation of who got money. My brother told me, he said, man, get your own money. He was trying to peep me on something. But it's having not only power, but it's having your purpose identified. That's what really brings the big bucks. That's what brings the big bucks. And the big wallets, the men that have resources, the builders. When you have a foundation, you attract the builders to build on top of that. Oh, I hope somebody got that. Let me get out of here. I think I gave y'all enough game for the day about your divine intuition and your third eye. If you don't use it, you'll die, everybody. So let me get out of here. I love you guys, and I'll be talking to you soon, okay? Bye.